Ladies and gentlemen, this is an article that came out on CNN. Babies are now being born with this birth defect where their intestines are growing outside of their bodies, and they're connecting this with opioid use. Wow. Just when you thought you'd seen everything, this is January 17th, 2019. Wow. A potentially deadly birth defect in which babies are born with exposed intestines is on the rise, and researchers are concerned that it might be tied to the opioid plague. The birth defect, called gastroschisis, I believe that's how it's pronounced, happens early in a mother's pregnancy when the walls of the baby abdomen don't develop properly. While science hasn't figured out the exact cause of the condition, there are risk factors. Teen mothers are more likely to give birth to a baby with the defect, as are women who drink and smoke. Now it appears there's an association between prescription opioid use. An analysis found a higher prevalence of gastroschisis in areas where opioid prescription rates were high, researchers said in a new report published by the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention Thursday. A discovery in counties with higher opioid use. In their latest analysis, researchers found that the rate of gastroschisis in the United States was 1.6% higher in counties with high opioid prescription rates than in counties with low rates of prescription opioid use. Counties with medium rates of opioid use were 1.4% higher than those with lower rates. While the birth defect continues to be most common in mothers under the age of 20, the largest increase in cases occurred in older mothers. Those findings echo the results of prior studies, the CDC said, including a study of over 17,000 mothers, which found an association between birth defects and opioid use just before pregnancy through the first trimester. While the connections are intriguing, the CDC warns that the current analysis doesn't prove a cause and effect, only that more research is needed to better understand the potential contribution of opioid exposure to the cause of gastroschisis and the rise in cases. Wow. The rate of women addicted to opioids during pregnancy quadrupled in 15 years, the CDC said. Yeah, it's no way you're going to be able to use a powerful narcotic like that and it does not do any damage to the baby. You know, and I also did, if you remember a few months ago, I did a video on babies that are born to mothers addicted to opioids tend to have smaller heads than normal. So it's a lot going on with these babies. It's no telling how they're going to turn out in the years to come. And like I said, I bet every end up in special ed. It's no way they're going to be able to sit in class with other children and keep up. And if you remember, that's exactly where all of the crack babies went. By the time they reached school age, they were all placed in special ed. According to the CDC, less than 2,000 babies are typically born with the birth defect each year in the United States. But there has been an alarming rise over the last 2 decades. In 2016, the CDC reported that cases of gastroschisis had doubled between 1995 and 2005 from mothers of every race and age group. Those numbers increased another 30% in the last in 6 years between 2006 and 2012. Researchers said in a new report, with the increase again affecting all ages and races of mothers. Gastroschisis typically causes the baby's intestines to poke through a hole in its abdomen near the belly button. Because there is no protective sac around intestines, they can easily become irritated and amniotic fluid and and begin to twist, swell, and shorten. Wow. At times, other organs such as liver, stomach also protrude through the opening. Damn. I feel so bad for these babies. That sounds horrible. The baby needs immediate surgery to put the organs back into the baby's body and repair the opening. Still, many infants with the condition have problems digesting breast milk and food and absorbing nutrients, which can affect the baby's development. Some babies die or suffer lifelong problems from the defect. That's a shame. It's always the kids that suffer. Well, when you do all those drugs, you can't expect things to come out normal during a pregnancy. I mean, that's just reality. But please tell me what you think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.